Watch a documentary about the Texas Blues, type it into your Google search engine, or check out the Lone Star Blues Spotify station. What will you find? Music and biographies of the legendary Stevie Ray Vaughan, his brother Jimmy, and Johnny Winter. They're what the Texas Blues are all about, right? Sure, they made significant contributions and had successful careers, but what's missing are the lesser recognized artists who fought through slavery, segregation, and discrimination, bringing what's now known as the Texas Blues out of it.
Someday, baby, mama, when you change your mind, someday.
It's 1896 in Austin, Texas, and the United States Supreme Court just sanctioned the long-standing practice of racial segregation. A poll tax forces thousands of black voters away from the polls. Public transportation is segregated, and the construction of a highway, now Interstate 35, confines blacks to the Negro District to East Austin. It would have been easy for many African Americans to dwell in this sorrow, but instead they created a vibrant community full of culture and the arts, ultimately leading to what we know as the Texas Blues. It didn't take long for white people to discover this hidden treasure, and they wanted to hear more. A fraternity at the University of Texas played a huge role in bringing the sounds of East Austin to the west side.
Now, baby, please don't go. Now, baby, please don't go. Now, baby, please don't go back to New Orleans. You know I love you so, baby, please.
Beginning in 1960, eager white college fraternity brothers crossed the interstate and filled black-owned blues clubs to listen to this new, exciting music from artists like Blues Boyd Hubbard and the Jets. While some blacks were not thrilled about what they saw as an infiltration of their clubs, it exposed the blues scene to all of Texas and began a long process of desegregation. Ultimately, the civil rights movement of the 1960s and desegregation collapsed the East Austin blues scene. Many blacks crossed back over to West Austin. Despite this cultural setback, this is not the end of the Texas Blues. Many white artists began singing the Texas Blues and launching careers with many of the African American artists by their sides.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, ladies and gentlemen.
This story of the East Austin blues scene is only one example of the many instances of the oppression of African American artists overcame to create the Texas Blues, and how the Texas Blues played quite a pivotal role in desegregation and uniting white people with black people. Many artists came before this scene, such as Lightning Hopkins, T-Bone Walker, Blind Lemon Jefferson, and Pee Wee Crayton, some of whom experienced much worse than just segregation. It is because of artists like these and their own perseverance we now have the Texas Blues as we know it, with more recognized artists such as Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimmy Vaughan, Johnny Winter, and Johnny Copeland. The careers of these legends would not have been possible without the oppression faced by many African Americans while they fought for their own civil liberties. The Texas Blues is not only a style of music, but also a social movement that helped transition many African Americans out of slavery, segregation, and oppression, while celebrating their culture and influence. From now on, whenever you listen to Texas Blues, whether it be Stevie Ray Vaughan or Lightning Hopkins, remember it's about more than just the music.
Song is the blues now, then dropped it down to the natural blues. 'Cause I sure has got 'em. Y'all excuse me for hollering, but I'm gonna be happy.
Sometimes I wonder, why don't she write to me? If I've been a bad fella, baby, didn't intend to be.